Hi, first I want to say I hope everyone involved in Hurricane Harvey is safe and hopefully your property is okay. Um, I'm a homeowner of Houston or Humble, Texas. I lived there for 6 years of my life. I'm back in New York City now, but I lived there a good part of my life working in airport management. Um, so I hope everyone's safe. Now, some debates have came up about climate change. I'm not a big climate change person. I'm just ignorant to it. I'm not a know-it-all. I err on the side of caution of scientists, take their side more often than not, but no one knows for sure. My thing is, regardless of climate change, there's no reason to destroy our environment, our water, which is being overfished, polluted, our air that's ending up like China due to human overpopulation, and Houston's population is supposed to grow nearly double in the next 30 years, from 4 million to I believe 7. So human overpopulation is a concern, and the endangerment of all species, factory farms, and such. So regardless of climate change debates, there's no reason to destroy our environment, regardless. And human overpopulation is one of the biggest contributors of that. So that gets out the way climate change being the cause or being blamed. I don't care if climate change is real or not. We should still act appropriate for our environment. And actually, vegan and vegetarian is best for our environment. So a lot of environmentalists are actually wrong there because they're not vegan. Funding. Should big government bail out them? I believe we are a society. We should help people out. I pay for public schools even though we don't have children. We pay for the military and if we don't believe in the war. We pay for health care via our insurance, even though I am very healthy and eat healthy and work out. I still pay money for to offset other people's costs. I haven't been in car accidents. I actually don't have a car right now because I live in New York City. I take the subway. Yeah, I'm paying for, when I had a car, I'm paying for other people's accidents in some ways. House insurance, it's built in. I mean, some people have user fees, but it's built in. Society works together in many ways. Just like I pay school taxes and all parents get some forms of welfare, whether it's public school access or tax refunds and many other benefits. So we're a society. I believe we should help each other. I believe the Republican way is I don't care until it's me, which I find is very selfish. We're a society. It's not everyone for themselves, but if we are, then save me the school taxes. I'll take that. And refuse your school tax or refuse your tax credit for each child. Don't claim it then. Joel Olsteen offering prayers. My belief is thoughts minus action equals 0. That's my equation. Thoughts minus action equals 0. I don't care about your prayers. What are you doing to help? I serve in the Peace Corps. I give a lot of my time and money. I actually leaflet Lakewood Church every Lent with Christian Vegetarian Association booklets. And I've been blocked from Joel Osteen's Facebook page or Twitter page last year for posting humanitarian information on UNICEF, clean water for children in poor countries, and other humanitarian issues. He blocked me. I have faith in the Pope. I believe he's doing it for good reason. I think Joel Osteen is a pimp who tells people what they want to hear so they'll give money. Kind of like a boy hitting on a girl. Tell her what she wants to hear till you get what you want out of her. So I think thoughts minus action equals 0. Again, don't think less of yourself. Think of yourself less. I love that quote. Again, don't think less of yourself. Think of yourself less. And finally, I want to conclude it with the pop media. I call them pop media because they focus on pop things. It's not as bad as it seems. I mean, a few thousand people displaced over the course of 4 million people. Most are fine. They don't give us a relative amount of how many areas are actually well. They just cover the worst of the worst because that's ratings, publicity, money. And they don't always show us what we want to see. Like I said, they won't show you a factory farm because all their advertisers are fast food and unhealthy products. So there's biases there, and from a marketing and money standpoint. So I call the media pop media because it's all about money first rather than what's important, sensationalizing the worst areas. So again, those are the issues I want to cover. I want to cover Joel Osteen's hypocrisy and religion, climate change, that regardless, I don't think we should be destroying our environment regardless of that. Look at China and human overpopulation. And if you are an environmentalist and climate change person, which is fine, why aren't you should be vegan then at the very least, and make your back your words as I do. Put my money where my mouth is. I donate a lot to humanitarian and animal rights causes, human and animal rights that are in the Peace Corps. And then finally, funding. Should the government help be a nanny state in this regard and bail out these people? I'm not opposed to it, but just throwing that out there for debate. Leave comments on it. And then the pop media sensationalizing it, only covering the worst of the worst rather than covering relative and showing how many areas are actually doing okay. Again, I own a house in Houston. I lived there for many years. I have friends still there. So most of them are fine. So don't get over alarmed. You have a better chance of dying from a heart attack from your diet, animal-based diet, than from natural disasters, terrorism. Just like you have a better chance, like 10,000 to 1 of dying in a car accident than a plane accident. You have about 1,000,000 to 1 chance of dying of a heart attack than terrorists or natural disaster. So I don't want you being over alarmed and feared. So just wanted to cover that. I hope everyone is safe. And again, if you want to help churches, people like myself, let's start GoFundMe. Make sure the money gets into actual people's hands too, not overhead. So thank you for caring. Please share and like.